Welcome to the Reddit Chronicles. Today we are reading from Confessions. Our first post is by Anonymous Carrot. My mom is an influencer and I hate her for it. Long post. My mom, F45, has become a Facebook influencer. I, F16, used to not care when she took photos, but it's gotten crazy. Everything she does is now posted or live streamed online. Even if somewhere says don't photograph or film, she'd find a way to film it. It was annoying at first, but now it's downright frustrating, especially since 3 months ago when she got really into it. I also completely understand the irony of me posting this on Reddit, but I just need someone to hear me out. I declined my 16th birthday party, so she threw a giant party claiming it was for her anniversary, my brother's graduation, and my birthday. There were 150 guests, and between my dad, my brother, and myself, we only covered 30 of them. I don't even know how much of that party she wasn't on her screen for, since she was constantly filming and uploading it, along with a lot of her friends. I really wanted to perform there. I practiced for months, but the idea of her filming and uploading it made me so nervous I backed down. I don't like being photographed or filmed. Even as a kid, I didn't. Another time we went on vacation, and every second it was filmed. When we got to a hotel, we weren't allowed in until she recorded the room, even if we just drove for 8 hours and wanted to sleep. She'd take her time in areas she could photograph, even if it was a rock, actual thing. But when me, my dad, and brother tried to enjoy a non-aesthetic place, I felt rushed, like she wanted to just go. If we got food, she didn't let us eat or move the food until photos and videos were taken, even having us pose with the food or announce what it is. That one annoyed me. One time we traveled by car, and it was over 10 hours since we ate. When we got a chance to eat dinner, she took my food before I got a chance and was recording it, saying things like, "Ooh, how delicious," and I was so tired and hungry I just gave up and started tearing up. On the vacation, when we went on a boat, but she was live streaming. She was calling out followers, thanking them, and saying how much she loved them all. The boat was going to check out Alcatraz, and I thought it was so disrespectful, especially because it was a public area, and not everyone wants to be filmed. And also the history of the island makes me feel that it needs to be respected and not treated as a background to a video. One thing that made me want to write this post was because I was trying to get a drink out of the soda machine. She had me pour out the ice from the cup so she could record me doing it for a shot. I have a certain ice to soda ratio I like, and it was perfect the first time. After that, I didn't get it correct, and it was just a damper on an already not so great day. After that, she held up my soda and was showing it off to the camera, and I had to just wait until she was done. Another thing is, I've started to envy her followers. She gives them so much more attention than me. She goes off on my dad about how much closer I am with him than her, but I asked to watch a movie with her and she declines. Her reasoning is always that she has a live stream later she's hosting, or a video to film, or her followers are live. She's turned me down so many times I stopped even trying to hang out with her, since if I do get her around, she's on her phone. One time I asked for her opinion and she snapped that she was tired from her job and that she needed time to post. She live streams so much that I sometimes have to skip meals because she can't have the background noise, and she live streams in the middle of the kitchen. She's live streams for hours, and if she had any issue with the internet, she makes everyone power down their devices so she can get a better connection. The most attention she's given me recently was recorded. I was in a dance class, and the only time she looked at me was when she was recording what I was doing. The instructor praised me to them for my work multiple times, and she didn't even notice. I checked, and she was watching a live stream. I feel like I'm going crazy. When she posts about me, I feel exposed, like I have no control. My dad keeps saying she views the world through lens, and I have no clue if this is how parents are nowadays, but it's terrible. I'm so sorry if anyone else has to grow up like this. Our next post is by that handsome Canadian. I am really starting to resent my boomer mother. My sister and I are children of a single mother. Our father has never been in the picture, and our mother never sought child support for us. I'd like to preface this by saying, my mother is our hero. She did it all by herself in a time that was hard for single women and provided a great life for us. She was a factory worker that worked on the line starting at 18 years old, the summer out of high school. She bought a 2-bedroom home in Toronto near the lakefront at 23 years old by herself after 5 years of working at the factory. She retired at 48 years old, 30 years in, with a full pension and her house paid off. She is 65 years old now and hasn't worked a day in 17 years. She is constantly telling my sister and I, 30s, that we need to buy a house and stop wasting money on rent. She said, by the time I was your age, I already had 10 years of equity into the house. When pressed on maybe helping my sister and I buy a house, she states she doesn't have any means to help, which is true with no income. But she follows that up with, I didn't get any help when I bought my first home. Well, her first home was $77,000, which was 3 times her annual income. I make around $70,000 per year, and the average price of homes for a 2-bedroom in my area is $700,000, 10 times my annual income. The cheapest home for sale in a 100 kilometers radius is $613,000 for a townhouse with condo fees. Our mother looks at this and simply says, you have to do what you have to do. Get a 3rd job, start delivering for Uber Eats, unsubscribe to Netflix. She always ends the discussion with, I see people younger than you moving into homes in this town, so you kids must be doing something wrong. Others are affording homes. Why can't you? I try to tell her that most of those people are getting help from their parents through HELOC. My favorite line has been, what did you do 4 years of university for if your job can't afford you a starter home? I work in a forensic lab and appear in court as an expert witness on major criminal cases. That's why I went to university for 4 years. The fact she doesn't understand that the world is so drastically different now than when she was my age is really starting to put a strain on our relationship. Our next post is by Active Compote. Congrats for ruining my favorite restaurant, and yes, I am breaking up with you. I can't believe how stupid you are. I was having brunch with your mother, which you knew because I told you that morning. When you text me saying you have reservations at my favorite restaurant all of a sudden. I love that place, but it's a pretty long drive, and it's pricey, so the last time we went there was our 3-year dating anniversary. So of course your mother thinks you're going to propose. Your older brother just got married. Your younger sister is engaged. Everyone is just waiting for us to get engaged and has been nudging us about it. So the day comes, even your mother texts me, hope to hear good news, and honestly, I thought you were going to propose too. I would have been okay with it and said yes, but no, you piece of crap, you took me to my favorite restaurant and tell me that you cheated on me with your coworker, that you said I had nothing to worry about. The bitch you called just your work wife. You keep saying that it was just a one-time mistake. You want to make things work. I don't want to make things work. I hate you and your work wife. Go work, marry her instead. Now I'm here fielding messages from all your relatives that's fishing for news because your mother was so certain it was going to be a proposal that she told everyone about our dinner date. Meeting you was the greatest regret of my life, and the only thing I'll miss is that your family, for all their faults, were genuinely loving and good people that I enjoyed having in my life. I won't miss you. Update. Thank you for all your support and advice. I did end up telling his family via text a really simple rundown that he cheated, we're over. I loved and appreciated them all, but I think it's best I step away from them now. I've blocked them because I sound really strong and certain I hate him here. But really inside, I'm a wreck. I think stupid things like, well, if he told me, that at least means he cares about me, right? A bad guy that was malicious wouldn't have told me. I know people suggested that I don't need to lose my relationship with his family over this, but I think need to cut out all the good things I loved about him from my life so I don't do something stupid like take him back. Our next post is by Deep Fried Conditions. My husband won't get a vasectomy. I am in my early 40s, have 2 kids. My first one tore me open and I had to get an episiotomy. My second, she didn't want to come out and I pushed forever. But I feel very lucky. Everybody is healthy and we came out on the other side. I love my children. All in all, I had relatively easy pregnancies. My body isn't the same. Even after pelvic floor therapy, I still pee a little when I sneeze. My stomach and boobs hang in a way they didn't before. But that's the price I paid for my children. Because I got pregnant very quickly, my doctor recommended I go on birth control. I thought nothing of it, and got an IUD soon after my second. But now, after 5 years, it's time to get it replaced. I don't want to. I'm tired. My body is tired. And my husband refuses to get a vasectomy. Flat out refuses. Points to all the horror stories online. Says he doesn't react well to anesthesia. Which is true to his credit, he vomits. But I had severe morning sickness for months when I was pregnant, so he can't deal for 1 day, maybe 2. So I got another IUD, and I resent the crap out of him. 2 days after I got it, he asked me for sex. I turned him down immediately because I was still bleeding and cramping. I cannot believe that this man that I married won't even do this simple procedure for us. For our marriage, I cannot wrap my head around it. After all I have done, how can I have sex with him again and enjoy it? I can't even look at him without getting mad. He is starting to go bald, and I can't even muster an iota of sympathy for him. I even resent that we are probably going to have to see a marriage counselor about this. I have been carrying the birth control burden for so long. It's his turn. Why do I need to waste my time talking about it? I would do it in a heartbeat for him. Why won't he do the same? And the worst, why doesn't he understand any of this at all? Thank you for listening to the Reddit Chronicles. Follow for more content.